President Trump has called for the US to take long-term control of Gaza and for nearly 2 million Arab Palestinian residents to permanently leave for neighboring countries, a break with decades of US policy that left the insane idea of an Arab Palestinian state in tatters.
The US will take over the Gaza Strip, Trump said during a press conference alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House. I do see a long-term ownership position, and I see it bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East, and maybe the entire Middle East. The proposal, if implemented, would deeply involve the US in a development project that Trump officials said earlier in the day could take 10 to 15 years. He left unaddressed how the US would persuade Arab Palestinians to voluntarily surrender their land, and whether Israel would ultimately exercise sovereignty in the territory. Trump didn't rule out sending US forces to hold Gaza, a deployment that could launch the kind of long-term American military occupation in the Middle East that Trump has long decried. Trump cited the devastation in Gaza for why the enclave's residents had to move. I hope we can do something where they wouldn't want to go back. We can't keep repeating the same failed approach over and over. The president added that he would like to see really good quality housing built for Palestinians outside Gaza. The rebuilt strip would provide jobs and stability to the region, Trump said, implying without providing details that it would be open to both Israelis and Arabs.
President Trump is taking it to a much higher level. He sees a different future for that piece of land that has been the focus of so much terrorism, so many attacks against us, so many trials and so many tribulations. He has a different idea. And I think it's worth paying attention to this. We're talking about it. He's exploring it with his people, with his staff. I think it's something that could change history. And it's worthwhile really pursuing this avenue.
Long-term ownership position, and I see it bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East and maybe the entire Middle East. And everybody I've spoken to, this was not a decision made lightly. Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land, developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent in a really magnificent area that nobody would know. Nobody can look because all they see is death and destruction and rubble and demolished buildings falling all over. It's just a terrible sight. I've studied it. I've studied this very closely over a lot of months, and I've seen it from every different angle, and it's a very, very dangerous place to be, and it's only going to get worse. And I think this is an idea that's gotten tremendous, and I'm talking about from the highest level of leadership, gotten tremendous praise. And if the United States can help to bring stability and peace in the Middle East, we'll do that. Bibi?